All right, today we are diving deep into the meaning behind one of the most significant names in the world, Allah. But this isn't just about a word. It's about a concept so powerful it can literally shape hearts and lives. So let's get right into it.
So let's start with a question for you. Have you ever just stopped and wondered why we're so drawn to perfection? Why we're captivated by a beautiful piece of art, or why we admire incredible skill, or just anything that feels complete? What is that powerful pull that we all feel?
Well, that feeling, that pull, it's not just random. Islamic theology says it's tied directly to our very nature, our innate core disposition as human beings.
This core idea is called Fitrah, and the concept is pretty profound. It suggests that every single one of us is born with this, well, you could call it a spiritual default setting. Our hearts are naturally wired to recognize, to appreciate, and to love perfection, beauty, and goodness. It's like we have a built-in compass that's always pointing toward the sublime. Okay, so if you accept that, if our hearts are really hardwired to love what's perfect, then what's the next logical step? It means that the one being who is the ultimate source of all perfection, all majesty, and all beauty, well, that being has to be the most deserving of our love, right? It's like our deepest, most natural instinct is pointing straight to the divine.
And that innate drive brings us right to the heart of what we're talking about today. The name Allah.
You see, the name Allah is considered completely unique. It's not just one attribute among many. It's the most comprehensive divine name. It actually gathers up the meaning of all the other beautiful names, the Asma'ul Husna. So it encapsulates every single attribute of perfection you could possibly imagine.
A really great way to think about this is like a master key. While other names for God, like the Merciful, or the Just, or the Creator, might open specific doors to understanding, the name Allah is the master key. It unlocks the meaning behind all of them at once. It's the whole shebang.
Okay, so if this name contains everything, what does that actually mean for a believer on a practical level? How does that change things? Well, it fundamentally shifts our whole understanding of what devotion even is.
If you look at the root of the word, Allah is tied to the concept of al-Malu, which basically means the one who is worshipped. The meaning of devotion is baked right into the name itself. It's not a passive title, it's an active one, calling for a response from the heart.
And this is key. We're not just talking about the external rituals, the motions of prayer or fasting. True worship is an internal state. It's a condition of the heart that's built on three foundational pillars.
And here they are. First, we have Mahabbah, or love, an intense love for God that you place above all else. Second, there's kudu, or submission, a willing and total surrender to His guidance. And third, tazim, or veneration, that profound recognition of His greatness that just fills your heart with awe. Love, submission, and veneration. Together, those three form the absolute essence of devotion.
So, what happens when those pillars are actually established in someone's heart? What are the results, the so-called fruits, of truly internalizing this name?
This is where it gets really, really transformative. Because it leads to four profound impacts, or fruits, that start to grow in the heart of a believer.
The first one is ultimate love. And this isn't some casual affection. We're talking about a love so powerful that it completely reorients your heart. The love for God becomes greater than the love for yourself, for your family, your ambitions, literally everything.
The second fruit is sincere worship. When you really grasp the all-encompassing nature of God, your acts of devotion become purified. You're no longer just going through the motions. Your prayer, your trust, your hope, it all becomes infused with this deep, powerful sincerity.
Third, and this is something so many of us search our whole lives for, is inner peace. This understanding brings a state of thumanina, a deep-seated tranquility. It's a feeling of closeness, or An-Uns, with the divine, that feeling of finally being at home in the universe.
And finally, the fourth fruit is consequential love. What this means is your own values start to align with the divine. What you love becomes what God loves. What you dislike is what God dislikes. Your entire moral compass gets completely recalibrated.
So at the end of the day, understanding the name Allah is really the start of a profound journey. It takes you from a simple admiration of perfection to a life of active, meaningful devotion. And the destination of that journey, it's a heart that is truly and deeply at peace.
So we're left with this thought. This is about so much more than a word. It's a concept, a reality, that, when you truly understand it, holds the power to completely reorient a human heart. It really makes you think, how can a single name hold so much meaning?